Desi Cooks. Today I'm making chana dal. I was meant to be making dal marsh, but I didn't notice what the difference between was. This is dal marsh, this is dal chana. I really didn't know. Mom told me afterwards and showed me her dal collection. And then basically, all you need is salt, flakes, haldi powder, garam masala, meaty, normal peppers. You need 1 large tomato, 1 mirch, about 2 teaspoons, and then all you need is 2 medium-sized onions, and then all you need then is the oil. And I would recommend you to use vegetable oil because it's an Asian dish, and then it's best used. And if you're a low-cutting person and you would like to use low-cutting oil, then you might find it good to use vegetable oil. So we would now add the oil, and then comes the onions, and then after the onions have gone brown, then we will add the tomato. German company, and then Lidl says the Germans make the ones the best, so I'm using a German one today. And then firstly we add the oil. And then after, when it has started to gather heat, we will add the onions. And remember, this is like 2 medium-sized ones, so make sure you use the right amount for the right amount of servings you're doing. And just please remember, this is a Pakistani / Indian dish, and it's counts as Asian. Just add in the onions. And then you will start to hear it running. And then you need these wooden, I really don't know what they're called. I never grew up with what they're called. But you might recognize these. When you were young, your mom might hit you with them or something if you're Asian. So I remember these from young age. And just like stir them and let them simmer down. So you will now see the darkening color, but they have to be golden brown to make them right. And you need to add the 1 large tomato to it. The right length and width to make sure they happen like this way. You just make sure to cut them precisely. Also, what you might want to add is the ginger and garlic to it. So I'm going to add it right now. And you can find them frozen in stores. And once you've added them, you should just start stirring straight away. Step when you're adding the ginger, because then all the oil will start to go a little bit of, will start spraying around. So just start adding it, but be really careful about this step. And then after this, just stir it quickly around, and you have to get the salt, the mirch, haldi powder, the mirch, and the salt. So teaspoons, remember teaspoons. So that's teaspoons, and mix it as quick as you can. And make sure you're mixing in a pattern for the right simmering and all the right texture and all that. Then comes the salt. Just use a different spoon for the salt and the mirch, just in case you don't want to add extra spices to the dish. And add them quite quickly because the dish is quite simmering and you have to add the textures and the tastes quite quickly. So then comes the crushed spices, and then quickly add the haldi powder. Then let it simmer a little bit, and then mix it around. And now you will know it's going into a maroon type of color. And then just take a look at that. And then for it to simmer, add some water. And just start mixing. And turn up the heat a little bit, but not too much. then you have dal chana. You have to put it inside the dish with the water. The meaty, which you put in after you put in the dal. Then you put a little bit right after the meaty, but at the end you put some as well. And you put the whole of the peppers in, not just some of it. And these are the only ingredients left to put in. And then the dish is cooking away nicely. It's giving a nice reddish colour, and it's coming along nicely. And our dal is that most people keep the masala quite watery, but it's good to have like a little bit of a gravy towards it. And then basically now you can see that the oil is getting away from the masala. That is showing you that the dal is ready to be put in. So put the dal in with the water to give it a little bit more of a simmering cold. And then make sure everything goes in. And then start mixing. And then you start adding the other ingredients. So a little bit of the meaty all around it. So and put the whole thing in basically, but just keep it in all in nice fashion. And then a little bit, 1 teaspoon of the garam masala. That's it. No, nothing more. 1 teaspoon now, and 1 teaspoon later. Okay, that's been added. And then come the peppers. The peppers, you can add them whole, so there hasn't be you have to cut them up or anything. So, and when they join with the masala and all the dish, they start to give a better more Asian taste. So these ones you can pick off Lidl or any other Asian retailers, and they're quite cheap. They're quite cheap and they're delicious to eat. But if you want something more spicy in the dish, just get the little bit more Turkish flavored ones. These ones are the Asian flavored peppers. And add some water. And then let the food now simmer. And then make sure you don't change the temperature of the dish and then because it's a smart German pressure cooker, add the smart lid to it and then close it. And then, like the Asian woman in those adverts says, 3 CTs kebab. It's finished, so let's wait for those 3 CTs. Okay, it's been 5 minutes until we left it to simmer. Now it's given the colour. So what I need is add the garam masala. I told you at before we were going to add it. We're going to add it again, a teaspoon only, and just mix it around. And you can notice like this is the mirch we added before, so it's gone softer. It hasn't got its natural characteristics of it being hard, so now it's soft. And then if the dal is like for some reason a little bit hard, then I just open the pressure cooker, just like turn the heat down and open this pressure cooker, check the dal, and maybe it would take a little longer by a couple more minutes, but afterwards it will all still be fine. And then that's how it looks like. Dal, and I would request my little helper to come and have the first bite to see if it's not poisoned or anything. So. It's really nice. It actually is really nice. I'm not saying that just because of my diet, but it's really nice. And then like, subscribe, and keep watching my videos. And please share them on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr if you want. I do videos more. I'm going to do desserts next time. I'm going to do other chapatis and all that. I'm going to do that all together. And then we're going to have like, it's going to be a big project for us. And keep watching Desi cook.